I mean, I come from one of the toughest neighborhoods in the world, man. I come from West Philly. You know, the district attorney and the mayor of my city called the strip that I'm from, they call it Death Row because of, you know, the violence and the drugs in my area. And one thing I always felt like is just because you're from somewhere don't mean you got to succumb to it and gets caught up too much in it. So I try to lead by example. I always saw more for myself. I always, you know, I was the kid who watched TV as like a 5-year-old and always pictured myself in a real big house with nice cars and beautiful women and seeing the world. And I always realized you got to work to win. That's another one of my mottos. So I always kept a positive outlook and a positive attitude because negativity just breeds more negativity. I always feel like, man, you got to have a positive, like I wake up every day, just waking up is a blessing. You know, just living your life is a blessing. I come from a place where homicide is not irregular. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not abnormal for two people to get killed in a day or for a shootout to happen. It's regular. And drugs and violence is normal from where I'm from. And I want to help change that culture because it's a disease and it's a sad thing. I want to go to more graduations than funerals. And one of the ways I got to do that is by leading by example, man. Like I come from the same streets as all these other dudes. But I realize, like, for these kids, man, these kids deserve another shot. I want to see more kids getting opportunities to go to good schools and get an education so we can have more money put back into our community because we need that, man. And opportunity and success breeds other good things coming, and it lessens the violence, it lessens the robberies and the homicides, and it makes it safe for the kids to play outside and for the grandparents to sit on the porch. So one of the things I try to do in my movement is just lead by example. And I give them reality because I'm a street dude, and I was raised in these same streets. I done did it all. I done seen it all. That don't mean I want to glorify it. You know what I'm saying? When I speak on it, I'm speaking it as reality, but I try to give you every side of it because it's real out here, and I don't want to mislead somebody and think it's not real out here. It's super real out here, especially on the west side of Philadelphia. I'm from the Wild Wild West, so you got to respect that, and we got to, you know, we got to teach the kids something else, so I don't got to go through a lot of we went through. I think everything you seeing happen in my career, man, to be able to do the things I'm doing legendary things, like to have a video played on MTV independently, to be on the biggest radio stations, to be on the cover of a national magazine. I think that comes from good karma and treating people right and being positive. I think if I'm being a fucked up person and I'm on people when I'm lying and I'm stealing, I don't think these blessings will come. You know what I mean? Like, for whatever reason, K. Slade took a chance and showed me love and put me on the cover of Street Stunting magazine. That's a national magazine. Shout to K. Slade. For Tuma and MTV Jams playing my video. In the last 2 weeks, I done been on Power 105 in New York, 100.3 in Philly, Power 99 in Philly, Hot 97 in New York, 104 in North Carolina, 107.1 in Miami. These are major radio stations. I'm on there next to all the big dogs, Lil Wayne, Trey Songz, and all these dudes by doing what? By doing right, by working hard and being a good person. So I feel like positivity, you know, is going to bring you blessings, and that's why they coming to me, man. That's why it's winning season, and the motto is, like I said earlier, is let's win, man. I mean, I think anything you do, you got to keep God first, man. And, you know, I love and I fear Allah, and I take him with me everywhere I go. My main thing is, you know, religion is something you shouldn't wear on your sleeve, but in your heart. So I wear it in my heart, and I pray every day to be a better person and, you know, to learn more, you know, and get closer to God. And that's what I do, man. And shout out to all the Muslims out there. I'm definitely Muslim, and I'm proud of that. So shout out to all the Muslims worldwide, you know, the biggest growing religion in the nation. And I shout out to all the Muslims everywhere. All I'm gonna say is, man, is the media and a lot of people portray Islam in a way that is not true. I feel like Islam gets a hard rap because of a few idiots, and anybody that knows anything about anything knows that we don't believe in hurting nobody. Islam is peaceful, so anybody that's doing anything that's considered terroristic or anything evil to hurt children or to hurt innocent people, that's not the way of Allah. That's not Islam. So all I'm gonna say is, you know what I mean, don't judge a few bad apples and blame the whole religion because, you know, I got respect for all religions, and when I hear about a Catholic priest raping a child, I don't think all Catholics are rapists. When I hear about a bishop in Atlanta who's a Christian being accused of doing stuff with boys. I don't think all Christians are gay. So when y'all hear about a Muslim, doing something, a supposed Muslim doing something evil or hurting people, don't think that's what all Muslims do. Just respect each person's religion and faith, and don't accuse people because of a few bad seeds. Because I think no matter what, man, I mean, everybody in your life, no matter how gangster you is, no matter how much you think you a player, you always meet that one that might slow you down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I think you could anybody could if you can't relate to that song, you crazy. So it's like everybody, you don't lust all the time. I mean, we all go as men. We all meet. You see girls on TV that might be beautiful and sexy, but like I say in the beginning of that song, man, there's nothing like having that woman to call your own. And at that time, what I mean, that song was just so inspired by a young lady who had just like really swept me off my feet. And like from the moment, I say 5'5", 6 eyes, pretty hair, honey blind, all that's real. Met her online, thought it was a fluke. That was real. I had met her on MySpace. It was all real. So it was like a beautiful thing. And it was a beautiful time in my life, and I'm proud of this song, and I'm proud of that moment in my life. I was young, and you live and you learn, and it was a beautiful thing. So, I got records talking about being in a strip club, but that's not every day. That's not all it's about. So it's also about having that one and having that wifey and that wife and that number one, and that's what the song was about, and that's what the video, I'm sure the video captured it for everybody. The people have called that video, one of the best videos this year. So, it is what it is. Shout out to everybody involved, like I said before. The thing I look for, honestly, is somebody who got some faith in their life. They got to be God fearing and God loving. They got to be extremely beautiful on the inside and the out. They got to have a lot of swag and style. They got to have pretty feet. They got to have a pretty smile. They got to have a nice body. They gotta be a lady when they out in the freak in the bed. You know what I mean? Ladies, you already know what time it is. Holla at your boy. Like you know what I mean? Those are some of the main requirements. Hopefully they love music, and you know what I'm saying, and like to have fun, because I'm a whole bunch of fun, man. A lot of beautiful things over here, man. Man, it's hard for me, man. Like, what I mean, some of my closest friends, actually my closest friends right now are locked up. Like, shout out to G, he upstate right now, doing some time. Shout out to Kill King, Free Kill King. Shout out to Nitty, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of family locked up, and my main thing is I try to hold them down, keep their names alive, represent them in interviews like I just did, and I always do. And as far as keeping myself up, man, it's an everyday struggle, man. The police follow me around a lot. They harass me. It was a one time. It was like 1 month where I got pulled over like 17 times, man. Like, they just kept messing with me. I got locked up the end of last year. They tried to say I had some stuff on me, and we beat the case. I took it to trial. They tried to give me a deal. I took it to trial because I knew I was not guilty, and we won. So the main thing is, just trying to stay sucker free and stay away from. I mean, it's hard to do, like, in the field I'm in. I'm around so much, and like I said, the police is just constantly harassing, man. I live in the city of Philadelphia, where some of the worst police in the world, and you could quote me on that. And I'm working with, my community on us policing our community better, so we can take the power out of their hands. So that's the goal. But shout out to everybody locked up, man, every facility, from the feds to the county to upstate to the juveniles, women prisons to everywhere, man. I hold it down. I do this for y'all. I'll never forget about y'all. I love y'all, man. Free my brother, Kill King. And, that's how we do that. Let's win. Well, the main thing is I never judge anybody. So if you got to be in them streets, which unfortunately some people got to be, and some people got to take penitentiary chances, my main thing is, you still got to have your faith, because the only way out of that is through prayer. So you got to pray. You gotta have lawyer money, so don't be out here just trying to buy jewelry and clothes and sneaks and fancy stuff to stunt for these girls, man. Have your lawyer money, because that could be the difference in your life. Because if you are here in these streets, it's not if you want to go to jail, it's when. It don't come for you, so you gotta be ready and you gotta be prepared mentally and have your lawyers ready. And and not to encourage nobody to be in the streets, but I just know that the reality is the reality. And as far as the advice I would give with somebody with family is just to support your family, man. We got a website. Shout to Black and Nobel. It's a bookstore, CD store in my neighborhood. Not even in my neighborhood, but in my city. They in North Philly. I'm from West Philly. But shout to Tyson, Hawk, Big Phil, everybody over there, man. From Kenneth Williams to Arthur to Uncle O to everybody at the store, to Jabari, everybody over there. We got a site, weshiptoprisons.com. Support your people locked up. Weshiptoprisons.com. They'll send books. They'll send magazines. They'll support your family. They'll support your loved ones, man. And, and religious things and of that nature, man. So weshiptoprisons.com. Please make sure y'all put that in my interview. And just hold your family down and support them, because, for somebody to go in jail, man, it's 2 days you do, man. The day you go in and the day you go out, no matter how much time you got. So help them make their time go fast by supporting them and loving them and being there for them, man. Especially if they stand up. We don't support no rats. Somebody ratted, and we don't got nothing to do with them. But if they stand up, and they take the time for what they did and the chances they took, support them, man. WeShipToPrisons.com. Log on and support your family locked up, and we deliver worldwide, any penitentiary. That's one. World Star Tony coming soon, man, hosted by K Slay. The first single was out, Time to Go. I need everybody to download that. I need everybody to watch that video. Call your radio stations and request it. When you go to the clubs, tell the DJ that's all you want to hear. Time to Go, Time to Go, Time to Go, featuring Freeway and Dilemma. It's the biggest record on the streets and the internet right now. Let's make it the biggest record on the charts. We're not stopping. Shout to all the DJs, respect the DJs, salute the DJs. Shout to B-Rock, Almost Famous, coming soon. Her mixtape, it's going to be a classic. She's a young female MC who's beautiful and super talented. B-Rock, I love you. We coming with that. We coming with that real soon. Shout to Mill Millions. I know Brasco. Shout to Miss Angeline. Shout to Cross and Beck Entertainment. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm doing my first film, my first feature film, actually. Kenneth Williams wrote a book called North Philly Hustler. I'm playing the main character. The book was the #1 urban novel. So check me out in that. North Philly Hustler. I'm playing Chance, the main character. Working on more projects, more music, writing for people. Just doing a lot of big things, man. Stay tuned for more. World Star Tony coming soon. That's all you're going to be focused on. Time to Go is the record, the video. Let's get it. Let's win. All I can say is, man, stay tuned for more and more and more and more and more, man. Shout to my whole family. Shout to everybody locked up, man. Free all the homies locked up. They're standing up like real G's, man. I love y'all and I salute y'all. Thank y'all for having me. Shout to y'all. Shout to the life for having me on here, man. Making me, #1 on their site. Keep promoting me. Please put that Time to Go up. Y'all know what time it is, the video. And make sure you tweet that we just did the interview, and it was a legendary interview, man. I salute you, bro. I got to get off this phone because I actually got another interview I got to do, so we working over here. You hear me? Thank you, man. I'm going to lock you in, man. Call me if you need anything else. Let's win.